Hello friends, a slightly different setup for my videos today because I felt like having a change of scenery. My dogs decided to join us, so say hello. So you've got her in the background. Hi, how are you? Are you looking at yourself in that camera? Never work with animals or children, they say, because all she wants is attention. What I was saying before my dog distracted me, it's a slight change of scenery just because I felt like it. You might see some crossover with my Christmas jumper in my other video. Basically, I'm in the process of filming my ultimate reading challenge video, which will make sense when it goes up why it's a long process video. But today I was feeling a little bit worse for wear. Had a bit of a cold coming, I just generally feel a bit run down, a bit tired, and I just read a really brutal part of A Little Life. I just read chapter 1 of part 4, which I can't say what happens because spoilers, but it's a really brutal chapter. The ending of it had me shaking where it hit me so much. So I was like, I really need some serotonin now, especially after that, and also just because I feel a bit rubbish. Yes, hello. Hi. So I thought, following from A Little Life and that general feeling run down, rubbish, just feeling a bit sad, I would give myself some serotonin and get my little Christmas tree down and start doing some Christmas decorating in my room, which is why I've worked out the Christmas jumper. I've got my new Christmas lights out ready to go. I went to the range today and got a couple of tea light holders because mine last year broke, so I'm all ready to get festive. So I'm going to put on some Christmas music and just, you know, decorate my room for Christmas. Should we do a quick reading update before I get carried away? Because that's the main purpose of this channel, isn't it? To talk about books and theatre. And theatre we're not talking about at the moment because we're not even going to get into that conversation. So let's talk about books. So I'm still trucking my way through A Little Life. I think I'm just under halfway through. I'm on chapter 2 of part 4. So 341 pages in. That really brutal bit I was talking about has just happened, and I'm left quite, I don't even know how to say it, I'm left quite shocked and worse for wear following that chapter. Hence the break and doing the Christmas decorations to let myself process, get over it before I carry on. This is a really brutal book. It's really heartbreaking, and it's just like one thing after another. But at the same time, it's really beautifully written. It's a really easy read in terms of the language style and the writing style. But I can also see why, despite all of the heavy content, why people are saying, oh, it's one of those books you have to read. It's one of the most like beautifully written books, and why it's been like raved about. I now kind of understand why it's got that impact. But it is not an easy read at all, and it is so chunky. Like, I started this book a month ago, maybe, and I'm still only like just under halfway through. I have set myself a challenge to try and finish it before next year, so I've got until New Year's Eve to try and finish it. I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. So yeah, that's one of the books I'm reading. The other book I'm reading is Legendborn. I have already read this, but I'm reading it again because Bloodmarked is out, and I want to go into Bloodmarked with some knowledge of what happened in Legendborn, because I read this like 2 years ago now, or maybe 1 year ago. I can't remember. But anyway, I've read it a long time ago, and I don't want to read Bloodmarked only knowing and remembering vaguely half the stuff that happened in Legendborn. I remember how Legendborn ended because I remember being like, oh my god, are you serious? But I can't remember much of the nitty-gritty details, so I'm rereading Legendborn and having it as I go. Loving it. I'm about 100 pages in. 100 pages exactly. Still love it as much as I did the first time around, and I'm really excited to read Bloodmarked straight after. So that is the second book I am reading. And the third and final book I'm reading, because you know I don't do things by halves, is Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. I thought I'd read this book, but it turns out I hadn't. So I'm reading it now. This is the book I bought at Yelp. I am loving it so far. I am 3 chapters into it, so not very far into it at all, but it's got a really lovely, easy writing style. I already love the character. I can't remember his name. Yadriel. I love him. I think he's really sweet. I'm really excited to see how this goes, because I also have Lost in the Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas on my shelf, and I also have somewhere on this shelf that I'm leaning on the Sunbearer Trials, but there, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere here. But yeah, I have all of his books at the moment, and I'm really excited to read the rest of Cemetery Boys and see how it goes. So yes, that's the books I'm reading. Enough book talk. It's Christmas time. They did not age well. Ha! Yes! I'm just never changing the batteries ever again. Lights are on. Let's wrap them around the tree. This is meant to be festive, Layla. You're not meant to be getting angry over a tree. It's festive fun. How's that look? Why does it look so ugly? I didn't think how long this was, and now I'm going to have to go back up again. Am I going to have to go back up and then back down? How much of this is there? Stupid little beads. Is that better? No one is allowed to come for my Christmas tree decorating, okay? No one's allowed to comment on it badly unless it's good things. It's the thought that counts. It is not how aesthetically pleasing your tree looks. I now have serotonin. Every year I buy myself a new Christmas decoration to go on the tree. This was last year. I haven't bought this year's yet. I love this decoration so much. It's one of my favourites. Harder to see because he's green and so they blend in with the tree, but he is there. The tree's done! The next challenge is this Christmas tree is going to be like the centre point for my serotonin bookshelf, which I don't think I've actually shown you guys yet. Let me show you my serotonin bookshelf, and then it's going to be like the centrepiece for that. So this is my serotonin bookshelf. Originally this was just a small bookshelf to like get a bigger, more permanent bookshelf to go here, but I actually quite like this. So the reason this is called the serotonin bookshelf is that bit is all books to be read, no one come for me, but this bit is the bit that makes me happy. You've got the ballad of Never After little collection there, and Once Upon a Broken Heart and Ballad Together there. This is like my We're All Doomed Dan Howell bits. That's my Lemon Trees bits and bobs, and this is my Alice Oseman section here, and then that is Motown the Musical print from theatre. That was a Royal Minnie Mouse thingy special edition they did that my mum bought for me, so although I'm not a royal family obsessee, that was really sweet to me because my mum bought it. This I bought at Halloween just because it makes me happy, and that is my little plant from work to look after your mental health, lol. And then that glass there just because it reminds me of Gatsby. Now normally those three bits would be divided equally amongst here, but I've moved them up there just for Christmas so my tree can go right in the middle there. I won't lie to you, the star was mildly annoying me that it was hanging down. It wasn't at the top of the tree, so I've moved it. But anyway, it looks a lot better now, and actually that's a really good placement to put my new decoration, either there or there. We'll figure it out. Happy tree! Good! Next up, penguin lights, which are going to go around my other bookshelf. Ooh, oh! I think the batteries are dead. The batteries were dead. Right, I don't trust this one because this one's also dead. So let's put two brand spanking new ones in. So I know I'm not going to have to change them till next year at least. Oh, beautiful. Look at them. And they're little penguins. So they're so cute. Balanced very precariously on my bookshelf, so if the angle's off, deal with it. Also, my neighbour definitely saw me filming and she's definitely judging me, so that's great. And now I've just tangled the lights up. That is perfect. I'm going to show you. Oh my god, I'm so happy with myself. Well, I thought the lights were perfect and working, and then the second I turned them on, they blew up and now they don't work. So, and I was really excited about them and they looked really good for a minute. But so yeah, no Christmas lights because they just exploded. You know when you see like sparks coming out of batteries in movies, I was like, oh, that's not real, it doesn't happen. Oh, it happens. So that's good. I'm gonna have to find some more to put on my bookshelf instead. I'm really annoyed because they looked really pretty, but yeah, so we're gonna skip that step. So I may not be able to put my Christmas lights up or on, but I have got some other little bits and bobs to show you until I can get some new Christmas lights. So here is the other bits I have. So you've got this adorable little carousel here, and you've got this little tea light holder which says "What a Wonderful Christmas," which I can put my candles in. And this carousel does something really cool. So you wind it up, and when you let it go, it plays a little tune of Santa Claus is coming to town, which I just thought was really sweet. And I had one of these when I was a little girl that sadly broke, so I don't have it anymore. So now I have a new one. And then here, I know this shelf's a whole mess, it needs to be sorted out, but here I have another little tea light holder, which is kind of hard to see, but they've got like reindeers and trees, and inside is just my mulled wine candle. I also have this really lovely little light up theatre. I know a lot of people, myself included, go to theatre not just at Christmas, but I thought this was really sweet and I had to buy it because it was the theatre and I love the theatre. So I'm more upset about the lights than I thought I would be, but you know, just fight not having the lights work. Everything else I think looks really nice and festive and sweet. Crisis averted. Mother Layla came home from work. I was like, Mum, my lights don't work. And this isn't me being like, oh, help me, I need help, like boo-hoo, I'm a sport brat, my lights don't work. This is me just being like, my serotonin plan failed. But Mum had the receipt, so we went back to the range, exchanged them for a new set. And while I was there, I also got the new Christmas decoration for the tree, which I'll show you in a minute. But yes, crisis averted, lights are up, my serotonin levels have gone through the roof now that everything is as it should be. I was like, this wasn't how I planned it, but now everything is how I planned it, so it's all fine. And so I thought I'd show you how the lights look now, because they look very cool. So you have the lights. And then the theatre, yay! Oh, look how amazing they all look together. That's so cute. When I was looking for a new decoration, I was in the range and I looked around the entire shop and I was like, oh, nothing's really taking my fancy. There's nothing I'm really feeling. Not this year, so I might go try somewhere else another day. It's fine. And then as I was leaving, I saw this little guy, a little robin with a little hat and his long legs, and the hat made me think of Caraval, which is one of my favourite book series, as you all know, and I just thought he was really cute and his little legs, and he looked very smart. So here's this year's new Christmas decoration tree pick. There he is. He's just kind of perched on a tree because I didn't realise he doesn't come with a little hanging thing, but yeah, there he is on the tree, and there is the tree now all finished. Very happy with that. So that is me all festived up and all ready for Christmas. I'm shortly going to do a video, hopefully, about the Christmas books I have for this year, which will be very exciting, I hope. If you watched this, I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made you feel festive, whether you celebrate or not. I hope you're all happy and healthy, taking care of yourselves and each other. I love you all very much, and I'm sure I'll see you all again very soon. Lots of love, and bye!